Good morning, everybody. I hope you're having a great start to your day. Happy Friday. I am Janice Thornton. I'm an online personal trainer, and today I wanted to talk to you about mindful eating. So first of all, I have to say I'm sorry if the video seems a little bit dark. The lighting in my house isn't great, and I live in Arizona, and it's about 100 degrees already, and sitting out in the sun is just a little too hot for me to do a video out in the sun. So I'm underneath my patio trying to stay a little what we call cooler to do this video. So anyway, let me get started on what is mindful eating. So mindful eating is being aware of your thoughts, your feelings, and your body sensations when you eat. You know, and I'll say this is something that I have to work on a regular basis. So don't feel like if you have not ever done mindful eating that, oh my gosh, this is something scary to start. It's something that you work on every single day. So, but why should we mindfully eat? We should mindfully eat to increase or improve our immune system and function, because when you actually chew your food well, and this is something I need to work on, when you chew your food more, you actually will release more nutrients into your body. And that's a great thing. That's what we want. We want our body to absorb as many nutrients as we possibly can. And when these nutrients get released, when you chew your food more, this actually signals to your gut to do better with digestion. And then you also get a better energy intake into your body. So this is a really interesting statistic, and you may have heard this. It takes up around 20 minutes for our bodies and our brain to feel full. Our brain and our stomach kind of have a little disconnect with that. So if you're like me, I'm gonna give away one of my bad secrets about me is I eat really fast. I need to chew my food better, and I can eat a whole meal in about 7 minutes, which isn't ideal because I don't give my body that time, that 20 minutes that it takes to actually let myself know that I'm feeling full. But what you can do to allow yourself to take that long period of time is, take smaller bites. Take, 25 chews for each bite that you do take, and focus on the attributes of the food. Think about what you're actually eating. So if you're eating some junk food, kind of think about the attributes that what is this bringing to your body as you eat it, versus when you eat healthy foods, you can think about the nourishment that the healthy food is bringing to your body. So when you do mindfully eat, it increases your fullness level or your satiety, makes the feeling of full, makes you feel full. So when you eat quickly, like I do, your brain focuses more on filling up your stomach than just telling you when you're actually full. So satiety is only perceived after a culmination of sensory cues and signals that indicate a meal is over. So there's been tons of research done on mindful eating, and has been shown to successfully change obesity, related eating habits, and also help with binge eating and emotional eating. So it's something that it's important that you actually practice mindfully eating, and I'm going to give you some tips on how to do that. So how to eat mindfully. First of all, sit at a table, not in front of the TV. That's probably one of the most important things you can do. So even, if you're by yourself, make it a big deal about yourself to have a beautiful dinner, because you deserve to have a beautiful dinner. Light a candle, play some mellow music. And playing mellow music actually is a great idea, because slow music is going to help you slow down, so that way you can eat your meal more slowly. Now, if you're someone who likes to hook up, pop stuff in the microwave, put packages in the microwave, you definitely want to make sure that when you microwave that package, that you put all that stuff onto a plate. Definitely eat off a plate. You don't want to just be eating out of the package. Again, make the meal more exciting for you, not just something like, oh, I just gotta eat. Again, you deserve to really have a nice, healthy meal and nourish your body. Also, with your first bite, take your first bite and close your eyes and really kind of savor everything that you're taking in. Enjoy that moment and enjoy the fact that you're having this awesome dinner. Hey Patricia, thank you for joining. Now this one I need to work on for sure, is putting my fork down between bites. I think because I eat fast, I just shovel it all in, and that's something that I need to work on. Now when I go out to a nice restaurant, I'm with a group of people, it's easy for me to set my fork down because you're having that conversation. If you're just with your spouse or significant other, sometimes you may not be having that conversation, maybe you are, but take the time to set your fork down. Also, this is a really good one, is to eat with your non-dominant hand. So that way it forces you to actually slow down with your eating, because a lot of people, especially right-handed people, have a tendency where they can't do much with their left hand. And so when that's the case, it makes you eat slower, which is what you want. Chew your food 25 times. Now again, are you gonna count? I don't know, but for me, I'm actually gonna start counting to see what I do, because I have a feeling I might chew 5 or 7 times and then work on chewing my food more. But then also, my big thing that I do that really helps me do some mindful eating though, so even though I do eat fast, I know I'm not overeating, is the fact that I do use small plates. So I can trick my brain. When my brain sees my plate of food, they'll see my protein, my healthy starch, and then my vegetables that I have. My brain can see on that plate, because it's full, that I'm gonna be full, mentally I'm gonna be full with eating on that plate. So when you use a smaller size plate, I guarantee you can reduce your portions, and then you're still gonna feel full when you're done, because it's all about tricking the brain. And then the other thing to do, you'd be really surprised, is to use tall, skinny glasses. Because when you look at the glass, you're like, oh my gosh, that's a really tall, big glass. So you're already tricking your body and your brain into thinking, oh, I'm gonna have all of this, whatever you're drinking, versus a short, stubby glass where you can drink that pretty quickly, and all of a sudden it's like, oh, that's gone, and then you want more. So it's good if you just use that smaller plate, and then also use a tall glass. So here is a crazy fact though when it comes to our stomach. So our stomach, when it's empty, holds about 50 milliliters of food and fluids. When our stomach is completely full, it's like 4 liters of food. So think of like the 2-liter bottles, two 2-liter bottles, all of that can fit into our stomach. That's kind of crazy if you measure it out like that. But you don't want to allow yourself to get to where you're that full. Absolutely not. So make sure that you want to be where you're at about 1 to 1.5 liters. There's no way really to measure that out, except for I'm going to teach you a scale that's going to help measure that out for you. But keep practicing. That's the big thing when it comes to mindful eating, is just to keep practicing, because there are some huge benefits when you mindfully eat. It reduces emotional eating when you mindfully eat, and it can help with eating disorders as well. It's going to help you with weight loss. It's going to improve your mood when you mindfully eat, and you definitely get a greater enjoyment of healthy foods. So now I want to just share with you really quick, and this is the last thing I'm going to share with you, is a healthy eating scale. And I don't like the scales that you step on, but this scale I love. And it really helps you keep track of how full you actually are, especially if you eat in less than 20 minutes like I do. So the scale rates from 1 to 10. And 1 is you're so hungry that you are famished, you're kind of hangry, because I get hangry at times. So that's a 1. A 10 is you are so full, and we all know this one. You're so full, like Thanksgiving dinner, you've eaten 3 or 4 rounds of food, your belly is sticking out, you have to unbutton your pants. We don't want to get there. So you definitely want to go to, when you start, you want to start eating when you're at a 3. You're hungry. Now you want to stop when you're at a 5. What the 5 means is that you're comfortable. Yes, you could eat more, But if you've eaten in under 20 minutes, I guarantee you if you just put your fork down and wait a few more minutes, your brain starts to catch up, you're gonna start feeling full. And what that typically looks like when you're out in public eating in a restaurant, because their portion sizes are so big, that you'll end up eating about half of your plate. And if you stop at that 5, if you just sit back and relax, you're gonna be like, oh wow, okay, I really am full. Try to stop at that 5. Sometimes, you know, my husband and I will test each other when we're out for dinner, and it'll be like, oh, I'm at a 6 or I'm at a 7, I ate way too much. So next time I go out, it's like, okay, no, I'm not gonna get to that level. So that's my eating scale. I hope you've enjoyed this video on mindful eating. Hi, Lori Saldana, appreciate you joining, that's awesome. And I look forward to doing more of these videos. And thank you again for joining. And please make some comments if there's anything, topics you'd like me to talk about, please let me know. Yay, guys, have a great, awesome weekend.